Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, on St. Patrick's Day. So I want to wish everyone out there a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing green and I'm wearing this shirt, and this particular shirt that I have had for, good Lord, 19 years. I first got this shirt in Japan with my roommate Shane. Shout out to Shane. And we got these shirts because we threw this huge party. I'll get to Days of Our Lives in a minute. We threw this huge party, and it was the biggest party in the American Village ever. I mean, now the American Village is gone, but our party was the one. I mean, we had a live band. We had an opening act for the live band. We had fireworks, pyro. We did all kinds of crazy special lights around the house. I mean, we went all out. It was insane. We had Japanese people, white people. It was great. It was awesome. Um, and that night, I ended up hooking up with one of the. Oh, actually, you know what? If you're in my family, can you like not watch this because I mean, if you do, whatever, but I'm just saying. So I ended up hooking up with this bagpiper. So yeah, I blew the bagpipes on St. Patrick's Day. How else are you supposed to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Hello. So his name was Ian. He was really sweet. Ian, if you can see this at all, Ian. Um, of course, as I look like raw ass. That's okay. I'm shaving on Sunday. Um, so and I could go into more detail about that. I did a lot more than blow the bagpipes, but it was great. It was a great night. It was wonderful. um, Shane could tell you stories about what happened the next day, but anyways, so fast forward to the next year. Okay, so the next year, so my part had actually been cut from Tokyo Disneyland for a while, and so I wasn't in the next cast. So I came back to visit Shane because Shane had been brought back. So I came back and I was staying with Shane, and one day it was me, Shane, my girl Andy. Shout out to Andy as well. My girl Andy, I think it was Dan Wascom. Shout out to Dan and Lee. And I think we were okay. So we were all on the train. Okay, and we left the station where the American Village was, and the next station was Tokyo Disneyland. And all these random girls came on, these random white girls, right? And they all started talking, and Andy just rips them to shred. It was great because Andy just totally ripped them to shreds. She's like, because I guess they had stuck her with the bill, and they told her that it was their roommates that drank all the booze, and that's why she needed to pay for it. So she paid for it, whatever. But when she found out that it wasn't not her roommates and it was theirs, she was pissed and she let them have it. And I give her credit. That's why I love me some Andy. I love me some Andy. Anyways, okay, so I'm trying to. In a way I'm loving it, right? But in a way I'm also feeling a little, tense, so I kind of want to, lighten the mood. So I was like, "So tell me, has the new bagpiper showed up?" Because this is right around the time when they switched out bagpipers. And the second, and Ian was the first bagpiper that we had on our contract. The second one was this guy named Chris, who was our roommate actually. Oh no, he wasn't a bagpiper. Who? Oh no, Ian was the new bag. Yeah, the old bagpiper, the first bagpiper's named Matt, and he dated Cherie. I remember Matt. Okay, Ian was the second one. So Ian had just left, and now they had replaced him, right? So and we had actually we ended up meeting him later on in that trip. But anyways, so I was like, yeah. So has the new bagpiper showed up yet? And they're like, yeah, he's here. Yeah, but he's totally straight. And I was like, yeah, the last one was straight too, but that didn't stop him from licking my pussy. And all of a sudden, it goes like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Did I say? I mean, so they got off, and Andy was sitting on the opposite side of the train, and her eyes were so big, and she was like, I was like, did I say something? And she's like, that redheaded girl, that was Ian's girlfriend. Whoops. Well, because that's how I roll. I don't know why I decided to share that story with you, but I thought it was hilarious. I was like, well, that just proves that you never know, and you really need to watch what you say. Whatever, I would have owned it if she'd have been like, "That's my boyfriend." I'd have been like, "Oh well, your boyfriend is good at licking my pussy." Anyways, okay, so moving on. Days of Our Lives. Sorry, I just felt like telling that story. Days of Our Lives. Okay, so everyone can exhale because Days of Our Lives has been picked up for another year. Thank God. Now, and the reason why I'm really thanking God this time is because in the terms of writing, they've hired Ron Carlivati, who is an amazing writer and literally brought General Hospital back from the brink of cancellation. Well, him and Frank Valentini's got to take some credit for that too. So it's just him this time, but you know what? I say I'm all for it. I'm all on board. Now, I did get a little bit of tea from the General Hospital convention. Now, this is tea that has since been spilled already in Soap Opera Digest, but it hadn't been spilled yet when I got it, and I was so upset. Because the producer, MK Weir, she was telling me how, because she told me she used to work for days, and we were telling about when she worked for days, and she worked for days between 2009 and 2012, which I totally watched those years. And we were talking about how the big thing was the baby switch. That was the whole, Nicole steals Sydney and then Sammy finds out and then she has to give Sydney back and Nicole's devastated and all that. So I was right there. I was like, girl, yes, I felt so bad for Nicole, even though it was Sammy's baby. I mean, Nicole deserves a baby, right? And she's like, I know. And my girl Ari Zucker is leaving the show. Okay, I did not know that at that time. So I almost shit a brick. I was like, are you kidding me? Is she, or what? No way. But on the other hand, I'm not that surprised. They haven't been writing for Nicole very well at all lately because they just make her stupid and making the dumbest mistakes, and it's just, I'm over that. She's not like that. That is not Nicole. I mean, if anyone was going to be the heir apparent to Sammy Brady, Sammy is the best. I really hope Sammy comes back because that would be the best. I doubt that will happen, but I really hope she does. I love me some Sammy. But to me, it would be Nicole. Nicole would be the next one to carry on that mantle, right? But they haven't done that. You know? Annoying. So I'm not, and the whole thing with grabbing her pussy by that Trump said and all of that. I mean, that's got to make her feel uncomfortable, and she probably doesn't want the press that long. But here's what I didn't know: when Soap Opera Digest broke the story with an interview with her, I found out she was actually dating Sean Christian, Daniel Jonas from the show. I did not know that. I mean, I know that they did a lot of events together because I follow them both on Twitter, but I didn't know that they were dating. I was like, oh, 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 okay. Well, good. Honey, get it. When Daniel Jonas did that one strip show where he was a cowboy, whew, I needed some ice. He was hot. It was great. I loved it. Fantastic. Okay. Anyways, so I'm really upset to see her go, especially because the two main candidates that I think could have taken the place and then become the next Sammy were both Teresa and Eve, and they have both left the show too. So who's it going to be? Chloe, Kate. I mean, Kate's great. I mean, I hope they start writing for Kate, but Kate's another one that they've kind of been writing stupid lately. But I hope that they, clue in a little bit and start writing her better. But I just don't see her as being a Sammy, or even Chloe. Chloe makes it so difficult to like. When she was a teenager, when Chloe was in high school in The Last Blast, and when she was Ghoul Girl and OperaGirl.net and all of that stuff, I mean, she was the one you were rooting for. And then when she fell in love with Brady, oh, it was great. Then she comes back and Brady's a drug addict and she's a bitch. And I mean, like, what the fuck happened while she was gone, right? Crazy. It's crazy. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's all I really have time for today. But I do want to say thank you so much for logging on. Have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. If you're drinking a lot, don't drive. I mean, you can have one or two drinks, but not if you have more than two drinks, you shouldn't drive. And peace out. You can hashtag days if you want to talk days of our lives with me. You can also hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless. I can't wait to talk Young and the Restless tomorrow and Bold and Beautiful. I've got a lot I want to talk about them. But thank you so much and have a wonderful and safe night. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.